Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, August 12th, and this is the Monday News Brief. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Monday News Brief, brought to you by CDTTV, a part of the Central Dakota Times. I'm again your host, Nate Iverson, and welcome back. It is American Island Days weekend yet again, so be sure to get out and enjoy it. We're joined this week by Kelli Potter, a member of the American Island Days Planning Committee. She's going to talk to us a little bit about what it takes to put the event together, as well as some of the events that you can expect while you're there. After that, we're going to be joined by Rec Man Ron LaMie yet again to give us an update on some of the final events you can expect for the summer, including registration for football, the closing of the pool, and more.
Good, brother.
Awesome,
Right
cool. That's the perfect way to start. So, Kelli, tell me about yourself.
Well, I am Kelli Potter. I'm here in Chamberlain, and I was born and raised here in Chamberlain. I came back after college and started working in the insurance business in 1989. I bought my own agency in 2005 and I have KPI Insurance.
Oh, cool. So you're one of the local business owners in town. So are you involved in any other way besides American Island Days?
Oh,
in
yeah.
the community as well?
I'm involved in a lot of different events, the River City Friday nights, and one of our big events that I'm with is the Fishing for a Cure annual fishing tournament that we raise money for the Tri-County Community Cancer Fund.
Okay.
So that's one of my near and dear to my heart, besides the extracurricular fun activities.
Like a giant event or weekend event like American Island Days. So speaking of American Island Days and the fact that your hobbies include not sleeping and helping out the community, can you tell me a little bit about the event itself? What it's about? Maybe a little bit of history behind it and kind of how you feel about it.
American Island Days started years ago, and the American Island was an island where the pillars are going across the bridge. And there was an island there pre-dam era. So they had a swimming pool, they had a golf course over on this island. It was just a beautiful recreational area. Mm-hmm. When they built the dams, they had to flood the island. So you can see some of the artifacts, like the statues down at the swimming pool, that were over at that original island. And the original people that started the American Island Days thought it was important to keep that history in our community, that we don't forget about where we came from, what we had here in the past. And what better way than a fun-filled weekend such as American Island Days. So the big promoter, beginning person was Donna Bowie, and she is still on the committee, and other people on the committee are Sharman Swanson, Sandy Walcott, Connie Preeb, Pam and Julie Schroyer, Zane and Angie Reese, Ron LaMie from the city, Greg Powell, all the city workers. There's a lot of people that put a lot into this, tons of volunteers, mm-hmm. and we have a whole bunch of sponsors and vendors that make this event happen.
Okay, so what can people expect when they show up to American Island Days?
American Island Days is days, multiple, so we start out on Friday night. Zane and Angie Reese have started spearheading a boat poker run. So you can get cards and go around to different locations and draw cards for different things, and that goes on the river because we want to keep the theme with the river and American Island Days. Also this year we're always trying to add something new, get more people involved, and different things happening. So they're having a glow-in-the-dark volleyball tournament. That's going to be at 9:30 on Friday. So you can take part in the poker run, plus get over and play volleyball later on.
Oh wow! Okay, cool. So those are some of the new events. I guess as far as, I know you're talking about some of the historical, not forgetting what American Island Days was too. I was hearing, is there some historical things as well, some education that people can get also?
We do have some information available, and you can talk to committee people about that. We don't have a booth per se set up with all of that information, but we do have information available. But other vendors and items that we have going on, that's all on Saturday. We start the day out with the color run, which everyone is welcome and invited to sign up for that. Mm-hmm. They have sunrise yoga, paddleboard yoga. As far as education, this year the Game Fish and Parks are having their Kids Having Fun event, and it's going to be coordinated with our event. So that's going to be going on from like 9 to 3, and kids ages 8 through 13 can participate in that. So that's the big education focus for us out of that mm-hmm. whole deal. Starting at 10, we'll have the food vendors and craft vendors, and they'll run, till 6 o'clock or so. Huge draw to get the families down there is we have a bunch of inflatables. So they'll be set up, you come across the bridge, you'll be able to see the inflatables set up. The kids are going to want to come down And all of this is free. You walk in and it costs you nothing. The kids can play in inflatables. You can go over and buy your family lunch from one of the meat vendors. You can do a little shopping with all the different people set up. We will have a Native Hope, the tradition of the ribbon skirt. That's going to be another educational event that will be going on from 10 to noon. They're going to have a demo and a giveaway with that. We're going to have a DJ playing music from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, all day long, just to have some nice background. And he'll also be announcing what's going on throughout the whole park area all day long. So, Modern Woodman's going to present their hometown heroes at 10:30 in the morning, which is a neat event. Great to recognize people that contribute to the community and keep us going. Hair Expressions is going to have face paint for the kids. That's going to happen from 11 to 4 all day long. Cozart Memorial Library, they're going to have story time. That's going to be at 11 and then again at 2. The Mighty Mo Car Show, they're going to set up at noon and they'll be there until 4. And it's, if you haven't been down there, again, you drive across the bridge and you look over and you see all these beautiful old cars, you see the inflatables, it just gives you chills. You know, beautiful sunny day, no wind, not really hot, that's what we're going to have.
Well, it's perfect. The cars are lined up along the river too, so if you're into photography and everything,
we're also adding, the neat thing about this community and this organization is we've got people always wanting to better. So we had a guy call last week and he said, how about we do a tractor show? We got a bunch of people who can bring their tractors, bringing a whole new demographics of people coming down to look at all these tractors. So that's going to be set up in the area before the car show, and that's going to be going on from mid-morning till mid-afternoon also. They're talking about doing some stock tank races to raise money for the cheerleaders. We've got a lot of events that, you know, if you have to pay to be involved, it's because they're raising money for their organization.
Sure.
So otherwise, just coming down and partaking, listening to the music, letting the kids play in the inflatables and look at everything, that doesn't cost you anything. But to participate in some events, they are fundraisers for nonprofit organizations. We are having again this year, second year in a row, the Strong Man, Strong Woman competition. And that's kind of an interesting competition. It was new to me last year, but it's just, they come out, they lift weights, they lift a car, they pull a boat up off the sand. I mean, it's kind of crazy to see folks be able to do what they can do. That starts at 2:30 and goes through the afternoon. The Zoomobile is going to be here from Sioux Falls, another little educational for the kids, and it's always surprising what they're going to bring out for the kids to check out. CFC is sponsoring a watermelon eating contest. That's going to be at 3:30.
Free?
Get excited. Yeah,
free food?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Who could pass? Because it's not going to draw one fly, not one. McDonald's are again sponsoring the Old McDonald chicken races. That's going to happen at 5 o'clock. And the Christian athletes, they're again doing, which has become so popular, the turtle races. So we're excited about that. And if you have turtles, we need them. So get a hold of Julie Anderson because we need some turtles. But that's going to start at 6 o'clock. Okay, so the Bear Olympics, huge event last year. A lot of participation for obvious reasons. That's going to go from 7 to 8:30. And again, that is an adult only. Another popular event that's been here every year is the beanbag tournament. And we get fantastic turnout from that. You can sign up that night for it. So. It's just goes great until like 10 o'clock. We still got the music playing. The beer garden's still open until at least 10, so you can have some beers, sit and enjoy your friendship. Also, to let people know, we are having a shuttle service all day Saturday. That's going to start like at 10 in the morning and go until 4 or 5 in the afternoon or as long as needed.
Okay.
And they're going to be transferring people if they want to park at by the Smoky Mule at the American Creek Marina parking lot. They'll be going back and forth all day. But also we added this year to try and pick up folks at the different campgrounds. They're going to start with shuttle pickups at Camp Pleasant at 11:30, then go to Family Land Campground at 11:40, and then Cedar Shores at 11:50.
Okay.
And then bring them over, and then they're going to go back and pick up another round and drop off at 2:30, 2:40, and 2:50. Again, start at Camp Pleasant and then work their way over. So, and then back and forth all day at the Mule. So people, if you want to come over and have a few beers and enjoy yourself, you don't have to worry about drinking and driving. If you just don't want to hassle driving your car, finding parking and catching a ride, then it's a great way to go.
And that's a free service too?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Tip your driver. On Sunday, we wrap up the whole weekend, and they have community church services out on the pier, weather permitting. If those are at 10 a.m. and if the weather does not cooperate, then they will move that to the United Church.
Okay.
But that is something also, so we try to make a full weekend out of it, so.
What's your favorite event?
Well, just the beer garden in general.
There you go.
And I've got to tell people, a lot of people want to bring coolers in, or they want to go back and forth to their campsites, but that's our big fundraiser.
Sure.
We get our donations from business sponsors up and down Main Street, and then the city funds us to pick up where we're missing out, but it costs a lot to get the inflatables, so we encourage people, if you're going to come down, please don't bring a cooler, come in and buy it from our beer garden, because that's our big fundraiser, how we're making our money to pay for all these events, and I can't support it all on my own.
Sure.
But you can help me, and I know you will.
I know it, the Beer Olympics, I gotta get in shape. If people want more information on it, where can they go?
We have a Facebook page, so you can look that up, American Island Days. You can message us off of there. You can get a hold of any of the committee members, Donna Bowie, Sharon Swanson, Sandy Walcott, Connie Preeb, myself. And just any questions, again, just get a hold of us. Stop in at KPI Insurance, stop in at the State Theater. We're all around. Hair Expressions, if you need somebody downtown to run in and get questions answered about. But we still could take vendors in if they want to come in, but otherwise just plan to make the family weekend out of it.
Awesome. So I'll be there. I'll see you there at the beer garden.
You will.
And American Island Days this weekend.
Following them.
I've been keeping track, usually when it gets going.
Are you a Rosen fan or no? I know you're a Dolphins fan.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a low-risk job to go get him. The only problem I had with it is I was all in to be bad this year. Like, I was all in for them to have the worst record in the NFL so they can get the number one pick.
Oh, sure.
Now, because we haven't, the Dolphins are very good at never being good enough to go to the playoffs, but not bad enough to be the number one pick, which is the worst spot you could be in the NFL, right? So I was thinking that they were going to do that this year, but then they got Rosen, and I thought, well, maybe now they're not, because if he shows any signs of promise, then there's no need to draft a quarterback. Right?
Well, right, and was he number one last year?
Yeah, he was close to it, and a lot of people were talking about him as being the best quarterback in last year's draft, and that's what I thought was funny, and I'm like, so you're just going to give him 1 year with a horrible offensive line? I know they brought in a new coach, and they were all about
clean slate.
They wanted, they really wanted, what's his name?
Kyler Murray?
Yeah. So I kind of get it. But I'm like, I thought, this kid deserves another shot at least. I mean, I think...
He's not bad. He's just a rookie.
Yeah, I said,
it's like, come on,
give
guys.
up on people so quick. But it's not like Miami's has a stellar group that he'll be working with either. So, I don't know. I'm excited I like that they pulled the trigger on it because it was a low risk kind of thing. You know what I mean? But then I'm also like... This could be bad.
I'm still, after this season, depending on how it goes, everyone thinks I'm crazy because I'm a Packers fan. It's time to get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, get rid of him?
I do. I think, he's what? He's like 36, 37?
Yeah,
maybe he's 35.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 36.
So, if he gets one more bad season, just start the rebuild now and get, that guy from Clemson, Trevor Davis or whatever. Just wait, try and get some picks ahead of time. Trevor Lawrence, not Trevor Davis.
You wish you'd have that pick. He'd probably be the best quarterback in the draft next year.
Well,
maybe that
Tua
Tagovailoa.
Right.
If he goes, But
or just look in the future. I don't know, man.
I still have to rewind on all this. I still think that Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, but if you can't work with him though in a new scheme, it's...
Well, you haven't even given him a shot.
I know, that's what I said after this year.
Okay.
Maybe if he's doing okay and just needs more time to adjust to the program, maybe 2 years. Otherwise,
I'm telling you, you guys, that guy alone gets you to the playoffs. Just that kind of guy is a game changer.
But he's also taking 33% of the salary cap, so...
Yeah, because he's the best quarterback.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I get that. People say that all the time. Like, you pay a lot. I'm like, yeah, you overpay for a guy like that, and you just say, please stay, never leave. That guy's only 36. If he plays anything like Tom Brady, which seems to be the new age to play to, 40.
Right.
So you got like 4 or 5 years left with the guy.
Well, if he's got
top notch.
Well, if he's got 2 years of being, let's say they keep him for 2 more years.
Right.
He's up near that end.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to start looking for someone for a rebuild
That's
anyway.
fair.
So just get rid of him then.
I don't think you get rid of him. Maybe you can bring in his predecessor, the guy that's going to take his place.
I think you get rid of him to a team that's really hungry for an all-in
championship
season.
So you're saying if you go 2 years with them, there's the time to pull the plug where you can still get something for them. You're saying sell high. Is what
Right. You find a team that's ready to go all in on a championship.
And if they get that guy, they think this puts him over the top.
Right.
And why wouldn't
on his last 2 years?
So
everybody wins.
So the perfect example would be the Indianapolis Colts, what they did to Peyton Manning
exactly.
years back.
Yep.
Years back.
Yep.
But they all have a little different position because they were in a position to draft Andrew Luck, who was the sawed-off best quarterback ever coming out of the draft.
Right.
So that's a little different, right? So you guys would have to be at that point where you've got the next coming, where you're like, okay, I'll give you Aaron Rodgers because I know the guy right behind, just like kind of like they did with Brett Favre, right?
Right, exactly.
But they're like, Brett Favre's done, but we know how good this kid is behind him. So I don't know. I'm just in love with Aaron Rodgers.
I like him too. But
if they put him on, they can't put him on TV enough. I love watching him because he's so the times where he improvises and makes the plays he does, unfreaking believable. Love it.
But if he's kind of snobby.
Yeah, and people say that, and I don't disagree. I think he does carry himself a little bit that way, but he's also so much fun to watch.
That's true.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. So, he's from California. I guess I'll forgive him a little bit. So.
Let's see the things we got coming up.
August preview.
Yeah, we're starting our. I just got the stuff out for our tackle football program, and which is kind of fun for our upcoming 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. So the registration deadline for that, I believe I have August 16th.
Okay.
So, and it's online now. People are already starting to register. So
you got about 2 weeks.
You got about that 2-3 week range, but it's all online, so it's really simple. A lot of people should have their accounts now, hopefully after the summer.
Right.
So just use your same account and sign your son up or daughter for tackle football for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So they get their pads on. They practice twice a week. They call them jamborees every Saturday throughout the September, which is kind of nice. It's just teams from throughout the area, so we're like Parkson, Mount Vernon, and stuff, and we just kind of keep rotating that same schedule. It works out pretty good. We also host one here too, so that's the big thing for August that's coming up, and then we have also American Island Days.
That's right. I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, it should be a good one. The board talked me into doing a glow-in-the-dark volleyball tournament.
That's sick.
Yes. So Friday night before, because I can't do it on Saturday because we have a beanbag toss tournament that night. So Friday before, if you're interested, we'll be doing it down there, and hopefully I should have actually that available soon online, and then you can get your team and sign them up.
So do you dress in glow stuff, or is the ball glowy too?
The ball is glowed.
Okay.
The nets are glowed. The outline is glowed, and I actually wanted to talk to Jackie about glow-in-the-dark shirts or something, or I might figure out a way so we can have a way for everybody to get a glow-in-the-dark shirt or something.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So so if you want to get a team, that's a new thing. So that's the new wow factor for American
Island Days.
Then we have the color run in the morning, which will be, and we are doing it at the American Creek Campground. So that's where American Island.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts and finish.
Gotcha.
That's where American Island Days will be now. So, we'll do that again, and then and you can register for that online as well. And then our beanbag toss. And the beanbag toss, usually what I do is that day I'll set out registrations, and people will register throughout the day. We usually get 24 teams, people that want to participate. So after Beer Olympics, people are feeling pretty good, and they do some bags.
Coordination maybe not so hot.
Lasts a while, but it's a good time. So
I'll have to break out my dinosaur costume again.
Yeah, you did that for our last
the last color run.
Jeez, unbelievable! I remember I couldn't believe you ran the whole thing in it. I was like, what are you doing? You ran the whole thing in there?
It was kind of like a sauna. That was, they got the little window in the front. I had to tuck my hand in and wipe it off.
Yeah. We're getting stuff ready for that, and
cool.
Flag football too. So, and flag football usually start that after Labor Day. Is it Labor Day? Labor Day in September? It's Labor Day, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like such a bad person. I get Memorial Day and Labor Day
I do
switched
too.
around
Me
constantly.
Too. And that's why I asked. So we do that, and that's for the younger kids. So anything from kindergarten to third can sign up for that. That's kind of a lot of fun. So a lot of patience for the people that help with that, because it's like a glorified game of tag for the kids. But it's still a lot of fun. We do that every Monday nights, and I'll have that online too. So all that stuff, if you guys are anybody's interested, you can sign up online. You'll see it there. It should be a lot of fun.
Hey everyone, thanks again for stopping by and joining us for an episode of the Monday News Brief brought to you by CDTTV, a part of the Central Dakota Times. You can check out these stories and more online on our platforms at YouTube by searching Central Dakota Times newspaper, our new website at www.centraldakotatimes.org, or on our Facebook page by searching Central Dakota Times. We'd love to have you become a subscriber, like our Facebook page, and join us on our website. Until then, we'll see you next week.